Welcome back. In this lecture we're going to be looking at display settings for the DSCS9. The DSCS9 is an Android digital signage player made by DS Devices and available for purchase from Zibo Signage. There are certain optimizations that can be applied to your settings when using a DSCS9 to get additional features and functionality. For example, your screenshots can include images of a playing video on the screen. You can control the power of your HDMI CEC compatible screen. You can upgrade your player software remotely, and you can remote reboot the device as required. Some of this functionality may be available with other Android devices and is available also on our system-on-chip devices such as WebOS and Tizen. The first thing we're going to do is define new commands for reboot, screen on and screen off in the CMS. To do this, go to the Commands option on the left menu and then click Add Command. Give your command a name, so we're going to go for reboot, a reference, we're also going to use reboot, and then a description of what the command does, and save. Repeat this process for screen on and screen off. Next, we're going to visit the Zibo website and download the latest version of Zibo for Android. Once the file's downloaded, we're going to load it into the CMS so that we can select this player version for our player to use. So we go to Player Versions on the left menu, Add Version, Add Files, select the APK file we downloaded from the website, and then click Start Upload. Once the file has finished uploading, we click Done and we see the new player version is logged in the CMS ready to be used. Now that we have our commands defined and our player version uploaded, we're going to create a display settings profile to assign those to. If you only use DSCS9 Android devices, then you might wish to use the existing Android default profile. Otherwise, create a new profile for your DSCS9s and assign these settings to them. The settings that we're going to assign appear on the screen. You don't need to read them directly from the screen as they're included in the attached PDF for this lecture. Let's walk through that process now. So from the display settings page, we add a new profile for our DSCS9 players. We make sure it's of type Android and then we hit save. Our profile opens. First thing we do is ensure that our license pool email address is populated with the details of our license pool. Next, from the Player Versions field, select the version of Zibo for Android you want the players associated with this device to run. From the Troubleshooting tab, select or enable or disable Use Surface View for video rendering. Android 6 devices should have this disabled, Android 7 devices should have it enabled. Now on the Advanced tab, scroll to Action for Screenshot Intent and fill in Screen Cap. This will ensure that images of video are possible in the screenshot. Finally, enable Expire Modified Layouts. We discussed what this option does previously. Lastly, on the Commands tab, enter in the commands that you'll find in the attached PDF for reboot, screen power on and screen power off with HDMI CEC. It's best to copy and paste these as they're long and complicated. Once you've finished entering the commands, press the Save button. This saves your profile. Now that we have our profile set up, we need to assign it to our display. We've covered assigning profiles to displays in previous lectures, however we're going to walk through it one more time now. We go to the Displays page of the CMS, find the display we want to assign the profile to and press Edit. From the Profile Settings tab, we select our new DSCS9 profile and then we click on Save. Now we need to allow time for the player to pick up those updated settings. We can use the Collect Now option from the row menu to force it to collect now, assuming XMR is configured. You'll know it's updated when the last access time increases. Now we can run a command on demand by clicking the Send Command button, choosing our command and saving. So here we've caused the device to reboot. Alternatively, if XMR isn't working or not available to us, then we can send the same commands through the schedule form. Click on Add, set the event type to command, pick our display, choose a start time and date, and then pick our command from the list. Then click Save. In this case I'm clicking Next since I want to add another command. Here I'm going to create a recurring schedule to turn our screen on and off between 8 in the morning and 4:30 in the afternoon. So I initially create a command for screen on starting at 8 AM in the morning, and I have it repeat every 1 day forever. And click Next to save. Now go back, change the command to screen off, change our command time for 4:30 PM. Our repeat maintains automatically, and then we click Save. Now if we review what we've set up, we can see our command repeating every day for screen on and screen off.